Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. Now, before we start today's video, I've got some somewhat disconcerting news here. It's kind of put the fear back into me, and should you guys and any of you out there who maybe are running similar channels that discuss taboo topics such as UFOs or aliens. If you remember, we did a video a couple of weeks back about Crow 777's channel being deleted, terminated by YouTube, and now today, after receiving an email and checking for it myself, I received a message that yet another UFO-based channel has been, without reason, terminated from YouTube out of nowhere. And this channel, as some of you may have known it, was called the Kepler Telescope channel. Now, I had heard of it before, but I wasn't crazy familiar with it. But it turns out that other viewers of ours, love this channel. And just from what I saw, it wasn't very different from Secureteam. He posted mainly videos where he narrated, just like I am doing here, about aliens, ancient history, mysteries of Earth, mysteries of space. And he seemed to do a real good job of it. And although I'm now unable to view his channel because this is what you get here, I was able to pull him up on Social Blade, and this guy had almost 90,000 subscribers, averaging 5,000 new subscribers every month and about 1 million views every 30 days. So it was a steadily rising channel. According to a viewer of mine, he went to go watch one of his videos today and saw that his channel had been taken down. Now, if you go to his actual channel, it says nothing but the typical sort of vague statement from YouTube. In this case, it says, quote, "This account has been terminated due to multiple or severe violations of YouTube's policy against spam, deceptive practices, and misleading content or other terms of service violations." Now, that could mean a million different things. And when you go over to his Facebook page, he actually speaks about this. His Facebook page is still up, and he writes, quote, "If you have come here looking for my channel, then I am sad, shocked, and heartbroken to tell you that YouTube has terminated the channel without explanation. The channel was in good standing. It did not breach or ever did breach copyright law or community values. We were always respectful and expressed what we believed from an open, non-biased point of view. Nonetheless, we have our vids, scripts, studio work, all backed up, and are now attempting to re-upload our content to our backup channel, Kepler's Lost History channel. Please, can you guys share this and tell whoever you know to resubscribe to the backup channel as we attempt to recover from this attempt to silence our channel. We will post a video about this behavior by YouTube, but it will go out on LiveLeak during the weekend. I will keep you posted about that. Broken but not beaten, Michael." And then he posts a link to the backup channel. This is really scary. And, this is the second time in the past month that a UFO-related channel has basically been terminated. The same thing happened to Crow 777, although his channel was mysteriously reinstated for some reason. He doesn't know why, but the channel is back up, if many of you didn't know that. But some weird stuff going on here, and it worries me because our channel does the exact same thing where we dive in to the mysterious events happening on Earth and out in space, and it's really scary to think that one of these days I go to log in and I see something like this staring back at me, knowing how far we've come, how many subscribers we have now, and knowing that all of you guys will be without recourse. You won't be able to find me. And that's why I can't stress enough that all of you, whether you use Twitter or Facebook or not, please head over and just follow me on Twitter and on Facebook. You can also support me on Patreon, which allows you to donate to me monthly at any amount you want. It can be $1, $2 a month, what have you, so that if something like this does happen, then at the very least, I will have the support from you guys to rebuild the channel, whether that be on YouTube or move it to another outlet, and you guys can stay with me. And I just can't imagine why this man's channel was taken down. But again, it's scary. So if you guys, if you want to see us continue, or if if this were to happen to us, God forbid, and you'd want to find out what was going on or what we were going to do, your only means of doing that would be to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, where I could post and talk to you guys. So be sure to do that. And again, God forbid if something does happen to this channel, I would ask that all of you take to Twitter, take to Facebook, or whatever social media outlet you guys can find, and voice your opinion to YouTube. Posting things on Reddit or Facebook. Get the message out there so we can get the channel back up, because this has worked before. If enough people, it seems to work especially on Twitter, a tweet to YouTube about this, they have in the past reinstated channels. But yeah, censorship is alive. So in other news, much lighter news, we have an update to the recent ongoing story about the Pentagon's revelation or admittance that they were running this secret UFO hunting program for years. They recently came out. New York Times did the main article that kind of blew the lid off of this thing, that the Pentagon and the government were running this program. They said that they had closed it back in 2012 due to funding issues, but more that they said that they just had more pressing matters that they could put their time and money to. Now, others have said that the program has continued. And over the past week, we have had some new UFO footage come out that you've seen here on the channel in the past couple of days. Well, we have some new information, which is that not only was the government tracking these unidentified objects, in some cases getting them on film, but that they have also recovered materials from some of these objects that they, quote, do not recognize, or that are not something that came from us. And so according to the report, the Pentagon has reportedly recovered metal alloys from unidentified flying objects that scientists do not recognize. Ralph Blumenthal, one of the authors of the New York Times report, said, quote, "They have some material from these objects that is being studied so that scientists can try to figure out what accounts for their amazing properties, and that the DoD, quote, do not know what the materials are made of. It's some sort of compound that they do not recognize." And apparently the Pentagon refused to comment about this when contacted by The Independent and other mainstream media outlets. It's also said that these DoD researchers also studied individuals who claimed that they had experienced physical effects from encounters with these UFOs. There's not much more yet that we know about these metal alloys, as they're being called. What else we did find out is that they are being stored in a warehouse somewhere in Las Vegas. So the debris is being contained. It is hidden somewhere out in Las Vegas. And that, quote, "a number of buildings in Las Vegas were modified to house, quote, metal alloys and other materials from unidentified aerial phenomena." And it's said that the billionaire mogul Robert Bigelow is the one who owns these constructed storage locations. And yeah, this all came out. This was just sort of a minor detail in the original New York Times story, but, more people were excited about just the fact that this secret program existed and this UFO footage that came out. But this is a big revelation that there's actually metal alloys. For once, we don't just have some grainy UFO video that could have been anything, or just some eyewitness testimony, but we actually have alloys and metals and unknown pieces of something that are being hid in modified storage facilities out in the Las Vegas desert. That is an amazing revelation. And once again, here we go, guys. What is going on? Strange times indeed. How did the Times get this information? What does the DoD stand to gain from releasing it? That is my big question. And, when it comes to the government, I have to take everything they say with a grain of salt and wonder why they're saying it, what their agenda is, and why they're suddenly coming out and revealing this stuff. So, you guys tell me what you think down below. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter once again. Stay tuned, I've got much more coming, and I will see you all back in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.